This is actually crazy. I just discovered the risk management system that will help you pass your problem challenges faster. I mean, phase one and phase two faster. So I'll be reacting to this video made by Joe FS concerning the risk management system that will help you pass your problem account faster. So the idea is not really mine, is his. And for you guys that are new here, my name is Trader Chris. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's get into the video.
I discovered a new risk management system to pass your prop firm challenges faster. And by the end of this video, you're gonna think by yourself, why didn't I think of this sooner? It's literally so easy, and I think it is the best and the most smart way to approach these challenges. So let's hop into it. At the conventional way, let's say you have $500, right? That's your starting capital, the amount of money you have to invest into the prop firm challenges. And this is basically how I was always buying my challenges and how you probably did as well. You buy one challenge, you have 10% drawdown, if you're lucky, and you hope for the best. Then it was basically just win or lose. The pros and the cons of the system is if you pass, you're 100k funded. That's wonderful, right? You only have to do this once, you're 100k funded, and it's basically chilling from there. Of course, if you're able to keep this account. Now, the cons, you only have one chance, right? You have one chance at passing. You cannot overcome a losing streak. Let's say you have a 50% win rate system, and this is pretty high, even though I know the industry standard is always shouting, oh, 70-80%. Guys, both feet on the ground, that's not going to happen. You're most probably going to be traded with 40 to 50% win rate. In a 40 to 50% win rate, you can still have 3 to 4 trades of losing streaks. Even 4 to 8 trades of losing streaks. This happens, right? The probability that this is going to happen is going to be pretty low, but it still happens. And let's say you are making decisions or you're making mistakes because of other mistakes. You're basically in like a vicious circle of making mistakes. It is very, very easy to get into a big losing streak like this. Believe me. You cannot overcome a losing streak as with a 10% system, you're most probably going to risk 1%. So 8 to 10 trades, your account is gone. At 8% drawdown, everyone is treating this account like this one is gone. I'm not even going to try anymore. So realistically, you only have 7 to 8 trades at that point, right? Let's say you do the opposite. You are only risking 0.5% or 0.2%. I've even seen traders risking 0.1% on challenge phases.
Now, for those set of traders risking 0.5% per trade, or you're risking anything less than 1%, 0.25, which is actually crazy, right? So even if you're even risking 2% per trade, you are risking if you're even risking 1% per trade, it is even difficult for you to pass a prop firm account than you are risking less than 1%. You are risking 0.5, you are risking 0.25%. Some persons are risking 0.1%, not even up to half percent per trade. Nah, bro, it's going to take you more than a year to pass that prop firm account. I'm speaking from experience.
Takes a long while, right? A very, very long while. Now, what's the problem with this? I'm not going to say this because I'm impatient, even though I am impatient, but I'm going to say this because if you are stuck in a challenge for such a long while, you are always in this phase of non-gratification. You've probably learned of instant gratification, but you've never learned about non-gratification. And it is basically the phase where you're putting in so much work every single day, day in, day out, day in, day out, without seeing anything in return. So this takes too long. You need to do the opposite and be in the challenge phase as short as possible. If your risk is too high, let's say you're risking 2 to 3%, you have too much risk on the line if you only have one account, because you lose 3 in a row and the account is also gone. So we have a solution for this. Basically, I've seen this system at some places online, but I do have to give a big shout out to Forex Library, some of my Dutch colleagues, my Dutch YouTube colleagues. And they basically came up with this system and worked this out a little bit easier to understand. And that is exactly what I've been using for the last year or so right now. I think it is a genius way to approach this. Again, this $500. And now we're going to approach it our way. We're going to do it a little bit different. So we're going to go down and we're going to go ahead and buy 5 challenges. At least 5 challenges. All right? What this will give you, it will...
All right, so this is the system he's talking about. That's the risk management system that will help you pass your prop firm account, right? So instead of using the whole $500 to get 100k account, just use it to get 520k accounts. I know normally, right, a lot of you will want to say, oh, you can't, $500 can't get you $20,000 account, which is true. That's because 20k account isn't $100. So probably you can make it like 10k each on each. That's the first account 10K, the five accounts should be like $10,000, or at least what $500 can get you.
Give you 5 20K accounts. For the same price, the same $500, gonna give you 5 20K accounts. Please don't come in the comments for me saying a 20K account is $200 or 150 or whatever. If you look at discounts with reliable firms, I'm sure you can get something around these lines, right? If not, go ahead with 10K challenges. This right now will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 10% drawdown. So it will give you a 50% drawdown in total. What could we do with
Yeah, that's very true, right? So if you get five different accounts, instead of just having a 10% drawdown, you now actually have a 50% drawdown. Five times the 50 times the 10, that's 50% drawdown. That's actually true.
50% drawdown? A lot more than with that beginning 10%, right? With the beginning 10%, if we're risking 1% or 2%, let's say 2%, we can only risk 5 trades, or we can only lose 5 trades in a row. With this 50%, we can lose 25 trades in a row, right? Before we lose all of the accounts. And again, all of these accounts are still the equivalent of that one big account we had in the beginning. So we can risk more per trade, right? And this is a system that we will use, or this is a system that I've been using for, again, the last year or so, but I've always been a fan of risking more at challenges. I never thought about just spreading the risk. So risking more per trades, when I'm talking about risking more, what am I talking about? Generally between 1.5% to 2% a trade. We're not going to be sitting above there, even though I would definitely be a fan of doing that. Prop firms are going to ban you if you do this. So 2% is the absolute max you can risk on a trade, I would say, but preferably sit a little bit underneath that as well, on every single position. So we have these 5 accounts, and now I've drawn out a little bit of a table. Let's say your first trade is a win, plus 4%. What you're doing once you're closing a position, win or loss, you go to the next account. Now there are a couple of approaches to this that I like, all of them I would say, but they all have pros and cons. You could go every single trade to a different account, you could go every single loss to a different account, or you could go every single 2 losses to a different account. Now, let's say we just keep with the every trade we're going to the other account. It's the most simple one to use as an example. The first one, plus 4%. The second one is a loser, minus 2%. Plus 4, minus 2, plus 4.
Okay, for those of you that don't understand what he's trying to say here, is that let's say you get the $20,000 account into five. That's the five different accounts, right? Either 10K, 20K, depending on how the account size you decide to get. Now, what he's saying is that you are trading the accounts together. You're not trading just one particular account. So that's the method he's saying, right? He said you will trade, let's say in a week, right? You take, let's say, five trade in a week. So the first trade you take would be on the first account. Either it's a win or a loss, it doesn't really matter. The second trade on next account, the third trade next account, the next trade the next account, the next, like that, on different accounts, right? So that's what is literally that's what this guy is literally saying. I don't know if you agree with him on the comment. For those of you watching me, I don't know if you agree with what he's saying. That's this style of trading with prop firm, right? I don't know if you guys agree, but let's continue watching.
All right, we've taken a trade on every account this week. Let's say, for example, it's in a week, and these are the results, right? Now we go to the second week, and we're going to take a trade again on all of these accounts, right? We ended with the 5th account right here, so we're starting over. Now, the first trade is a loss. The second trade is a win. Now, the third trade, something interesting is happening. We're also winning right here. Like I said, 50% win rate system. You're not going to win, lose, win, lose, win, lose every single time. It's going to be like win, win, lose, lose, maybe win, 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 lose, win, lose, 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 right? You get the point. It is not distributed evenly. So, whenever you're then hitting 2 winners by chance on that account, you have the challenge passed. Let's say you have an 8% target challenge, you pass the challenge right here. If this is 10%, then you probably need one more trade, or you need to target 1 over 3, for example, on your second trade, instead of 1 over 2. This again is risking 2% with a 1 over 2 system to make this 4%, right? If you risk 2% and you target 1 over 3, you will make 6%. Now the fourth one, lose, so right here you're minus 4, and then plus 2 again on the last one. At the end of 2 weeks, or let's say at the end of the month, you will have one account with 2% in profit, the second one with 2% in profit, one passed, one with 4% in drawdown, and one with 2% in profit again. So, our way. We also have pros and cons, of course. Let's start with the cons. You're not funded a big amount right away if you pass. So if you pass your challenge, if you pass your phase 2 as well, you're 20K funded. not 100K. But again, it is very important to spread our risk. Now, what are the pros? We have lots of chances, right? 10% drawdown versus 50% drawdown. 5 trades in a row you can lose versus 25 trades in a row you can lose. You can overcome losing streaks pretty easily, right? If you're losing 25 trades in a row, you're definitely doing something wrong. You pass pretty fast, 2 to 3 trades, and you're funded. It's an almost guaranteed way of getting funding. With a 40 to 50% win rate, like I said, or if you're profitable, right, with a 1/3 system with a 30% win rate, if you're profitable, it is almost a guaranteed way of getting funded. Your chances of passing are a lot higher, even though you're not funded a big amount right away. If you pass, it is going to be a very gambly approach, in my opinion, to only take one account at a time. Because if you're doing it this way, your chances of passing one will be a lot higher, but not only passing one, also getting a payout that can then afford new challenges. And if you pass one, it does not mean that all the others are failed right away, right? You can see +2, +2, -4, +2. Even if you had a lot more losers in here and you would not have a 50% win rate at this moment in time, let's say, for example, this one was -2, 0, -4, +2, or also -2. Still not the end of the world. Still as good as fresh challenges. Because you're risking 2%, at a point where you're -4, one trade is going to put you back on break even or above straight away. So this is a system that changed my trading for sure. I think it is one of the best systems out there to capitalize the most on prop firms. I would say give it a shot. Make sure that your skills, of course, are on point first, that you know how to trade, that you know how to analyze.
All right, so do you guys agree with what he said in this video, right? Instead of just getting one large account, get small multiple accounts. So I agree to an extent, get small multiple accounts, but the way he said you should trade it, me personally, I do not agree with that. I don't know about you. You can drop your thoughts about that in the comment section. It is better to get small multiple account, but trading it the same time. Sometimes I don't just know, right? So I just feel like you should, if you are to get multiple accounts, you should just get the first one, you trade it. If you either pass it or blow it, it's fine. Trade get the next one, you should just trade it, take multiple trade on it. You can either pass it or blow it. Take 5. At least you should be able to pass 1, 2 or 3 or any amount at all from inside those accounts you have gotten. But say you are just trading, you are trading all of them at the same time. I don't know about that. I've never tried that before, but I feel like this risk management system will help you have a chance of getting funded as a trader. Now, for those of you that are new here, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video so that every other trader will see this as well. I want everybody to become funded this year. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.